We live in a world where hesitation and procrastination are often seen as harmless, like a small delay or a natural part of the decision-making process. But in reality, hesitation can be the silent killer of opportunity and progress. So often we wait for the right moment, the perfect set of circumstances, or the ideal conditions before we begin working towards our dreams. We think we need to be fully prepared, that we need to know everything before we take the first step. But the truth is that the most important action we can take is the very first one, and the best time to start is always now. Success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who act. In the world we live in, we are constantly bombarded with distractions, noise, and the pressure to have everything figured out before making a move. But if you wait until you have every answer, you may find that you've wasted years or even decades waiting for something that will never arrive. Success is born from the ability to act, to keep moving forward, and to take calculated steps, even when you don't feel 100% ready. It is easy to be paralyzed by fear, uncertainty, or the fear of making mistakes. It's common to doubt your abilities, to second-guess your decisions, or to wonder if your efforts will even pay off. But each moment spent in hesitation is a moment lost, and we can never get that time back. So, how do we overcome this hesitation? How do we transform our dreams and desires into tangible results? It all comes down to a few simple but powerful principles: action, commitment, discipline, responsibility, and perseverance. Imagine standing at the foot of a mountain. The peak is your dream or your ultimate goal. You look up and see the challenge, the obstacles, the difficulty of reaching the summit. You feel overwhelmed. You're not sure if you're prepared enough, if you have enough resources, or if you're even capable of making it to the top. But here's the truth: you'll never make it to the top if you never take the first step. Action is the most powerful tool at your disposal. It is the key that unlocks the door to your future, and action doesn't require perfection. It just requires movement. The first step may seem small, but it's the momentum from those small actions that will carry you through the harder times. Whether it's writing one page of a book, sending that email, making that phone call, or signing up for that class, action starts the process. Consider the story of any successful person, whether an athlete, a business tycoon, or an artist. None of them started with everything figured out. They started by taking small, imperfect actions. Each action they took added momentum, each step built their confidence, and each mistake they made became a lesson that propelled them forward. Success is not about having everything planned out ahead of time. It's about showing up and doing the work every single day. No one ever succeeded by waiting for the perfect time or hoping that conditions would be ideal. They succeeded by taking action in spite of the uncertainty. So stop waiting for the perfect conditions to start and take that first step towards your goal. One of the most powerful attributes you can cultivate in the pursuit of your dreams is discipline. While enthusiasm and motivation may fuel you at the beginning, it's discipline that will keep you going when the excitement fades. Imagine someone training to run a marathon. The first few runs might feel easy, exciting even. But as the days go on, fatigue sets in and the enthusiasm wanes. It's at this point, when the motivation begins to drop, that discipline steps in. Discipline is about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about creating habits that support your long-term success, even when short-term results aren't immediately visible. Discipline involves consistency. It's about taking small, deliberate actions day after day, even when the progress feels slow. It's easy to be excited about your dreams and projects when you first begin. But when the novelty wears off and the road becomes tough, discipline is what keeps you moving forward. Consider the example of a writer who sets a goal to write 1,000 words every day. The first day is full of enthusiasm, but as the days go on, the writer begins to feel the weight of the task. Discipline, however, means showing up and writing even on days when it feels hard, and over time, those 1,000 words each day will add up to an entire book. Without discipline, those words will never get written, and that book will remain a dream. Commitment is the secret ingredient that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who abandon them. We live in a society where it's easy to start something but much harder to follow through. People often begin projects with great enthusiasm, only to give up when the going gets tough or when results are not as immediate as expected. But real success is a product of long-term commitment. Commitment means that you are willing to stick with something, even when the excitement fades. It's not about the initial rush of starting something new. It's about the long haul, about putting in the work every single day, regardless of how difficult things may become. Take the example of someone starting a business. In the beginning, everything is fresh and exciting. The ideas flow easily and the future looks bright. But as time passes, challenges arise, cash flow problems, clients who don't pay, overwhelming workloads, and self-doubt. It's easy to give up at this point, but commitment means showing up every day, doing what needs to be done, and continuing to believe in the dream even when the path is rocky. When you're committed, you refuse to quit no matter the challenges. You keep going even when others might give up. You don't let temporary setbacks define your future. Commitment means that you have made a promise to yourself to keep moving forward, no matter how many obstacles you encounter along the way. One of the most empowering mindsets you can adopt is taking full responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame others, your family, your friends, your environment, your circumstances, for your failures or lack of progress. But the truth is that your success, or lack thereof, is largely a result of the choices you make and the actions you take. Taking responsibility means you stop waiting for someone else to give you the opportunity or solve your problems. It means you stop complaining about your situation and start looking for ways to improve it. It means you understand that you are the one in charge of your destiny and that you have the power to shape your life. When you take responsibility, you become proactive instead of reactive. You stop waiting for life to hand you opportunities and you start creating your own. Instead of waiting for the right moment, you make the moment right. When you take responsibility for your life, you embrace your power to change, grow, and succeed. Life is not a straight path. The road to success is often filled with challenges, setbacks, and failures, but it's not the failure that determines your future. It's how you respond to it. Perseverance is the ability to keep going when things get tough. It's about not giving up after a failure or a disappointment, but instead using those experiences as lessons to fuel your progress. Everyone who has achieved success has faced adversity. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to keep going when the going gets tough. Every successful person has encountered obstacles along their journey, but they didn't give up. They didn't let failure stop them. They learned from their mistakes and used them as stepping stones toward their ultimate goal. Perseverance is about maintaining faith in your abilities and continuing to push forward, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's about understanding that success doesn't come without struggle. The key is to keep moving, even when things get difficult. Success is not reserved for the lucky few or the super talented. It is available to anyone who is willing to work for it. The journey may not always be easy, and the path may be filled with obstacles, but success is achievable if you are willing to take action, stay disciplined, remain committed, take responsibility for your life, and persevere through the tough times. The world will always provide excuses and reasons not to act, but remember, hesitation is the enemy of progress. You will never have the perfect moment, the ideal set of circumstances, or the perfect plan. What you do have, however, is today. You have this moment to make a decision, to take action, and to move forward. Success is not about waiting for the perfect time. It's about using the time you have right now to take consistent action. So stop hesitating, start moving, take responsibility for your success, and commit to the journey ahead. The only way to achieve your dreams is to act on them every single day. Take the first step, keep going, and never give up.